Hi, everybody. I'm recording this short video to talk a little bit about our first assessment, which is going to be coming up next Tuesday, the 21st. So it'll cover standards 1 through 7. I'll share my screen here and show you that I've put up at the top of our page the standards 1 through 7 assessment module. So I'm going to take you through, just some of the logistics that you need to know for taking it at a proctored testing center, and then talk about the resources that are there to help get you ready for it. So first of all, if I open up that module, just an announcement about the date, Tuesday, January 21st. Then there's this important assessment information that I want to go through with you. First of all, on the 21st, let me kind of start at the end here. On the 21st, if you are taking the assessment on the Yakima campus, then you have between 8:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. to take the assessment. Now, the assessment, I give you 90 minutes to take. I give you an hour and a half. So that means that the latest you should be getting there if you're at the Yakima campus is 7:30. On the Grandview campus, they close at 7, so the latest you should be getting there is 5:30. So just make sure you plan that accordingly. A couple other things. The assessments are closed notes, so that means you can't, write notes on a note card or anything like that. I need you to come to the assessment with the knowledge in your head. You do need to bring a picture ID. So it doesn't have to be any specific one. It could be like a YVC picture ID. It could be driver's license. It could be a number of things. Just something that has your picture and name on it is what we need, because the folks at the Proctor Center just want to make sure that the people who say they're taking the test are in fact the ones that are taking the tests. I say that you may bring a calculator. So the reason for that is you're of course allowed to use a calculator on the assessment. But I mentioned this in the orientation videos that I'm going to provide a way for you to have the Desmos scientific calculator pulled up on a computer while you're taking the assessment. So regardless of whether you bring your own calculator or rely on the Desmos calculator, just everyone's going to have that Desmos calculator pulled up. And if you want to ignore it, you can ignore it. Just make sure that if you're bringing a calculator, it's a scientific calculator and not a graphing calculator. Scientific calculators are the smaller ones. In terms of if you purchased one, like it shouldn't be more than $30, that's for sure. So graphing calculators are the ones that like cost over 100, right? So, but if you have any questions about whether your calculator is okay or not, feel free to just snap a picture of it, send it to me on Canvas, and I'll give you the thumbs up. That being said, the Desmos calculator is going to be made available to you, and I'll show you how momentarily. So feel free just to use that and not even worry about your own calculator. But like I said, I'm going to let you if you're comfortable using your handheld one. The assessments will be on paper. Okay, so you'll be taking your assessment in a computer lab, but all your work's going to go on paper. You don't have to type it into anything. So you just want to make sure you clearly indicate your answers. If there's any question at all about what your answer is, then circle it, just so it's really, really clear. And those are the main things I need you to know just from the standpoint of going to the Proctor Center and everything. Obviously, there's different hours if you've arranged a proctor besides Yakima or Grandview, right? And at this point, hopefully, you've heard back from YVC if as to whether they've approved your alternative proctor. If you haven't, and you're starting to get concerned about that, let me know. But like I said, it's next Tuesday, so we want to make sure everything's ready to go by then. Okay. When I said the book, it's closed notes, that's true. However, I am going to provide you with unit conversions. These, of course, you used in standard 3. So I'm not asking you to memorize this stuff. So this piece of paper will be attached to the back of your assessment. And if you want to rip it off to make it easier to use, that's fine. I don't care. It'll just be on the back page. Okay. I'm going to come back to the assessment preparation in a second. Let me skip down to the scientific calculator. Now, the only unfortunate thing here is the scientific calculator for the assessment requires something called Respondus Lockdown Browser. And Respondus Lockdown Browser is a feature that they have in the Proctor Center. And what you'll just do is click on to the lockdown browser. It's just a little icon on the desktop. And if you don't know where that is on the desktop, they can help you find it. And then what it does is it makes it so the computer can't go to other websites. And then once that lockdown browser is opened, then you'll just come onto Canvas and click on Scientific Calculator for Assessment. And what I'll do is just give you an idea of what it looks like, although it's not going to be exactly the way it looks for you, because this is going to be my teacher view. But you'll click on this and then I'll hit preview here. All right. So it just consists of one simple question here, and it says, open the scientific calculator by opening the following link. And what you need to do is keep this calculator open at all times during the assessment. Do not close out of it. That's really important, just because it needs to be clear that, you weren't using the computer for something else, like looking something up on Google or AI or something. So just open this and then don't leave it until the assessment's over, right? And once you're ready to turn in your assessment, then what you'll do is don't just exit out. Then you'll hit submit quiz, and then you'll go turn in your assessment. Okay. So again, if you want to ignore this scientific calculator and use your own, I'm okay with that. But to make things easy on the test proctoring folks, I'm just going to have everybody go in and open it up, just so that they're doing the same thing with every student. You don't need to tell them that you're not going to use the calculator. They don't care. Just to make it easy, let's have everyone go through the same routine and open this up when they give you the assessment. And the way that it works, of course, is they sit you down at a computer, because a lot of online classes will have you taking assessments on computers. And while mine is on paper, it's very natural. They'll have you in front of a computer anyway, and have you open the lockdown browser and then open up the scientific calculator. And then finally, there's standards 1 through 7 assessment preparation. And in the standards 1 through 7 assessment preparation, you'll click on this. I believe I talked about this the other day. Sorry, let me go back to student view. Forgot I got out of it. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the work that's in this document, and then you're going to upload images of your work by taking pictures of it. Upload those here just like you do for any written assignments. But I think you'll find this assessment preparation really helpful for the assessment. So it consists of a whole bunch of review questions, and notice there are a lot of them. So the idea is that I want you to be working on these well ahead of next Tuesday, right? Be working on these, I would say, after you finish the homework for Standard 7, then jump right into this stuff. Because what it's going to do is it's going to alert you to what it is that you know really well and maybe don't need to study too much, and stuff that you don't know well enough yet and you need to study a lot more. So there's all the problems you can do. And then remember, what I want you to do is grade yourself, and you grade yourself based upon the rubrics for each of the standards and my solutions to them. So you can hopefully kind of get used to my grading system here, and then decide, do I need more study on this, or am I in good shape? And then we'll scroll way down to the bottom here. Oops. Scroll way to the bottom. And part 3 of the assignment just alerts you to some resources that you have. And then in part 4, if you're able to do this, it's helpful if you can kind of articulate like what it is that you struggled with at first, why you got some of them incorrect. And if you can articulate why it is that you got them correct, then that means you're ready. So start on this assessment prep early. And then when you identify topics or standards that you don't quite have yet through the assessment preparation, those are the things to go back into Newton Alta and continue to work on. So you can click on a Newton Alta assignment that's already done, and then it will allow you to just go in and kind of do things in a practice mode sort of situation, and you're not going to affect your score at all. Okay, so even if you go in and get a bunch of problems wrong on an assignment that you've already completed, it's not going to hurt you. So go back in, do Newton Alta assignments in the areas that you identify that you still need a little bit of work on. All right. So I stopped sharing my screen, but let me go back real quick. All right, so everything's here in the standard 1 through 7 assessment. The one other thing I'll do is I will post a video that shows what it looks like to click on Respondus Lockdown Browser when you are in the testing center. Again, they can help you with that, right? So if you have any questions at all, ask the person that's giving you your assessment. Don't hesitate to ask about it if you're having any troubles. But I will post a short video, just you know what the icon looks like that you're supposed to click on, and how to make that work. All right, please reach out if you have any questions at all. I hope to see some of you during student hours this week, so I can help you out with questions you have as you're studying. All right, have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later.